Hello everyone. So today we are learning how to implement Flask. So this time we are creating a simple bookstore app using Flask. The functions of this basic Flask app will be you can add books, you can add them to cart, and you can view your cart. So let's begin. So basically the prerequisites of making a Flask app is you must have Flask installed in your system. So for that, you can either use pip install Flask or install Flask manually. Then you can check Flask if you have Flask and you want to check what version of Flask it is. Then you can check it using Python hyphen m Flask hyphen version. Then your Flask version will show up. These commands basically you have to run in your terminal. So before anything, you must be wondering why it is written that we have to set up the environment. So basically, whenever we run something on our system, so we don't always want keys. This should be installed in our system for permanently. For sometimes, for say, if you want to use a particular web or particular thing for just for one program, and you don't want that thing to in your to stay in your PC after that using. So for that thing, you can set up the environment. Setting up an environment means in Python we create environment. This is a virtual environment. You create this virtual environment and you activate it like in Macs or Linux system, you use this command source venv/bin/activate, or in Windows you can use .venv/scripts/activate. So basically, this will activate your environment, and inside that environment, you can actually install Flask or run up your Python environment, and Flask actually won't be installed in your system. So basically, this is just for saving up your memory if you are doing programming for a particular task. Coming to the code of the Flask, so basically, if because we are creating a bookstore, that means we have to somewhere store our data of the book's name, author's name, prices. So for that, we are using SQLite. This is a version of SQL. So we are creating data in a form of SQL queries. So from Flask, import Flask. So basically, we are importing Flask from Flask. So basically, these are the functions of Python. So we import many things. This is like render template. This template is render template because whenever we are creating any app, we are creating it from using Flask or Django or any Python framework, we create backend. For frontend, we need to use CSS, Java, React, Node, and such languages. So they create templates, and because of those templates, and we have to integrate both frontend and backend, we use render template. Then request, because we are generating request. Redirect, because from one page we have to redirect it to the another page. Redirecting is just means that from home page you redirect to some like for example, from in this page you can see if I add something to the cart, then I'll be redirected to view cart something or buy now. So these are the redirecting, so we have to add that as well, and URL if we put URL of something for that only. Now, APP is the basic function or basic need. We have to name it. So basically, this we name here Flask, and we have given the DB name as books.db. So I have created one DB with name books.db, which stores my book's name, author name, price. Um, Then we have to create books table. Here I have created a query for storing my books data, then fetching it, then adding it to the database. Then, this is the main thing that we have to route every single thing, every single task which we are performing, which we want that our app should work, we have to route it to the main app.py. And this is something how we route it with the syntax at the rate app dot route, and under brackets we will write whatever the page we have to route it. Then methods that what that page should use, that for example in admin page where we can add new books, I am routing it methods get and post. That means I can get the data over here and I can post the data as well. Similarly, there are some other routes as well. And at the end of this, at the end, we will write this. This doesn't change anywhere. If underscore underscore name underscore underscore, then double equals to marks. Then within single quotes, we will write underscore underscore main, or whatever we have given our name, then colon, then we have just enter it, and then app.run debug equals to true. This basically helps in debugging our whole app if there is any bug over there. And init db, so basically we will include, and we are including our db as well. So after running this program, we will run this program using um, command python app.py in our terminal. Then after this whole page will come up as the output. So basically you can see over here add new books admin. So from here we can add new book, then add new book, then this book will be shown up to here. So, for example, I have added two books, Too Good to Be True and Harry Potter from Project Akori and J.K. Rowling. This is just an example. You can add your own books. If you want to add it to cart, you can add to it to cart. Then you can view cart from here, and you can add many more functions to it. So this is the demo of the file of the app. So this is the app.py. You can see all the functions, all the routes, SQL, and every single thing in this. So after that, we are going to look at DB. But since DB is a sensitive and encrypted thing, so we can't look over there. One thing you can see is VNV, which is our virtual environment. Then we go to index.html, card.html, admin.html. So these are the HTML files which I have created. And then we goes to static, which contain our CSS and JavaScript files. So there's nothing much because I have to keep it very simple. Then after that, uh, we are opening the new terminal. Then the function, the key which we are using is python app.py. If you name your file of main file, which is my file is like app.py, if you name it another thing, then you must use that. Then this is how the bookstore app works. I have added books of my own choice. You can add yours and create yours app or anything which you want to create. So that's all for this time. Thank you so much. Thank you.